guys, Long Haul Larry, and we are at the house down here in my shop. Here's my F350. Someday I'm going to get to rebuilding all doing this and stuff. I got big plans for this thing. I don't know if you guys, if I've even shared that with you guys or not. Why not? Really, I bought the truck because it's got the motor I want. It's also got a full bed. It's a full 8-foot box. That's the whole reason why I bought the truck. There's really nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's got some miles on it and stuff, but it's got that 7.3 in there, that 7.3 liter diesel motor. Man, that thing rocks. It's just a rock solid motor. I'm thinking that I probably will rebuild it. I'm not really sure on what I'm going to do with that. But I plan on really, I bought it because of the motor, but I also bought it because there's hardly any rust on this thing. It really doesn't have any rust on it. There's a couple little spots that are just starting. You can see kind of in the edges here, around here, normal stuff. But Fords from around this time, I mean, the boxes just rust right out on them. So this one's pretty good. The only problem is the tailgate. The tailgate's shot. It's just all rusted out. And I actually, I put my UTV up on here. You can hear it. It's just, it dented this whole thing in. But you can, I've seen these things on eBay. These tailgates, they're not Ford tailgates, but some company makes them and they fit in here and they're like $200. So I'll just get a new tailgate. The back window, the guy that had before me, he said his kid broke the latch and he kind of put a couple little brackets on there and stuff. It doesn't leak or anything. I did put tape around it. Now the tape has come off, but you know, I didn't know if it was going to leak or not, but it still doesn't leak. But I'll probably get a whole new back window thing. But then I plan on building a sled deck up on top of here. If you don't know what a sled deck is, it's a deck that sits up on the top of here. Sits on your box like this, and then you use ramps, and you can drive snowmobiles right up on top. It's so much easier than trailering stuff. And I'm going to build my own sled deck. And I'm actually going to make it strong enough to haul my UTV up here too. I'm going to make a ramp set. You can just drive my UTV right up on top of the truck. It's so much easier hauling. I can fit my UTV. It barely fits inside here. There's like 3/4 of an inch shy on each side. And the wheels, I got to go up over the wheel wells and stuff. But it will fit. But that's why this tailgate is dented in. Because the rear wheel has to sit on the tailgate. And it's a lot of weight on there. You know, it's all rusted and stuff. But the last time I drove this truck was my daughter's wedding. I took it up there and I was hauling everything. The day after the wedding, I went back to the place and I cleaned everything out, put everything into my truck, filled the bed of the truck all up with stuff, and I hauled it all back to her house for her. She was planning on doing it, and I'm like, no, you're not going to do that the day after your wedding. So I said, I'll do it all so that they could get going on their honeymoon. And I went and took care of all that stuff, and I was going up Highway 41, and it's real bumpy and stuff, and I was going up there, and I was hearing something clanging underneath here. Something was clinking, and I was like, what is that? And I didn't want to stop, because I mean, I didn't want to look at it and actually find something wrong and go, oh, I shouldn't be driving this, and then get a tow truck. What am I going to do with all their stuff in it? I just finished it. I made it home. It was all good. Other things I plan on doing with this truck is I'm going to put 35s on here. I'm going to put 35-inch tires and get some new rims and everything, and I'm going to put an 8-inch, I think an 8-inch, air suspension lift kit on here. And it's going to raise it up 8 inches higher. And I'm going to put 35s all around it and stuff. It's going to make it pretty high to drive snowmobiles up on it. But what I'm going to do is make it air, and it'll have an electronic air compressor in it with a tank, and inside I'll put a switch, and so when I get to someplace that I want to drop it down, I just flip the switch and the suspension will just drop down to the frame. That's my plan. And then I'm going to repaint the whole thing, and I'm actually going to repaint the whole truck in bed liner. I've seen some guys on YouTube and stuff, and they've been doing this to their vehicles. It's a certain brand name of bed liner, and you buy it in this kit, and it comes with its own gun. It's so easy to shoot. Guys are just shooting it out in their garage, out in their driveways. They paint their cars or whatever, and you can't see any color differences, no streaks or none. It all blends really easy. It's really easy to paint stuff. And you can get it in multiple colors, but it puts a really super hard finish on here. And I've actually seen guys take hammers and hit it afterwards and bang their car or something like that. It doesn't even dent it or nothing. It doesn't scratch and stuff. And, you know, and I plan on moving up to the UP and I'll be out in the woods and stuff and tree limbs. So that's why I bought this thing. But also, my window stopped working. Okay, so now it goes down. But see, it doesn't go back up. I pulled this up when I was driving and stuff, and I pulled over and stuff, and I was able to cross the wires and able to get the window to come back up, but this switch is off. I was driving along and I just pushed the button down on us and it went kink. It was real hard to push it and it popped. So I think it's a switch. I think it's that switch. All the rest of them work. All the rest of the windows work. It's just this one. So I actually went on eBay and I found a new switch. And this is what eBay is actually good for. Because trucks of this era, these older vehicles like this and stuff, a lot of manufacturers actually go out and they can, I think the copyright goes off on them or something like that. There's so much time. Or maybe it's actually the company that was producing them for Ford. And now so many years have gone by and, and they can actually turn around and sell these things outright or stuff. But you could find parts like this really cheap. I found a switch on eBay for $30. Says it fits my vehicle. So we're gonna plug this in and see if it works. I gotta get a screwdriver. Alright, looks like it just got a couple little tabs here. So it looks like that one. Probably on the other side. Yep, and here's one. There we go. No more, is there? Let's see anymore. There we go. So there's the old one. Look identical to me. Okay. Yep, everything looks exactly the same. That's why I'm saying it's probably the same company that made them for Ford. This one's got this on there. It's a child lock thing, so people can't roll the windows down. You can lock the windows from working. Pop it into place like so. The smaller one goes on the bottom. Go. There we go. And there we go. That did fix it. So it was the switch. I'm glad. So I didn't want to take the door apart. That window works. That one's working. That one's working. Try to lock. The lock is... well, the unlock button works. I think it's got to be that way maybe. Yep, there we go. That locks out the windows. And then lock button, unlock. Everything works just like it's supposed to. Awesome. This thing was only 30 bucks. I mean, I couldn't imagine going in there and buying this whole switch from Ford. Probably a couple $100 for this thing. So there we go. We got this all fixed. Next, I am going to be crawling underneath here. I got to see if I can figure out what the noise is. There's something underneath here making a noise. It's whenever I hit bumps and stuff. There's something. It sounds like it's up in this area. There's my dirt bike. Yeah, she's all ready to rock and roll. I've driven her around a bunch of times. I bought a new set of handlebars for it. These handlebars are kind of low. I'm a pretty tall guy, you know, I'm 6'3". Pretty tall guy, and when I ride it and stuff, even in the wintertime, if I stand up on the thing, I'm bent way over looking straight down. So I'm trying to get it higher, and so I bought these here. They have more of a step up. And then I also bought these here too. And basically these bolt into place here. There's actually, this comes off. This is actually an aftermarket deal. It's for these hand grips. And there's a big plastic hand grip muff thing goes over top of that. First time I was out there snowbiking, I got stuck and I had to flip it. As soon as I flipped it, both plastic things fell off. And I have the other one here too. I just took it off because I was trying to get these handlebars off. But these will mount into the mounts that go on here. So all this will come off. And then the handlebars mount in here. It raises it up a little bit more. Plus with the handlebars, with the additional rise of those handlebars, I think it'll be up high enough where it'd be more comfortable for me. It's just too low for me. These things were like, I think like $100. They're super expensive. But it does what I need. And then I bought an extra new grips for it because these are heated grips for my snow biking. I don't want to wreck these and crash or something and wreck these things. They got heater elements in them. And so that's why I'm doing this, is I'm raising this all up. But if this gives me the feel I want, plus the reason why I bought this, because this has this additional bar here, and then this pad goes on here, where because of this hand guard mount here, I can't put the pad on here that's supposed to be on here. So if I go flying into it chest first into this thing, there's nothing to protect me. This here will give me a little bit of a foam mount there that I can, you know, hit against with my chest if I happen to go flying into it. So I'll probably keep these on. If they work good, I'll keep them on for the winter. But all this stuff will come off and then they go on there, and then I have hand grips for the summertime, and those will be my winter ones. And then I need to change oil. I've never changed oil since I bought this. Look at how small this little filter is. This thing is so small. Crazy. Crazy, man. I don't know if there's any washers or anything in there. Look at that little tiny oil filter. It's just that little plate there. 2 bolts comes out. Little tiny oil filter. And then new oil. Semi-synthetic 10W50. So that'll be going in there. I have another jug of it. Takes like, I think 1.7 or something like that, jugs of that. So those will be nice, but I'll get to those later. Right now I need to look at this truck. Well, I've been looking underneath here, guys. I can't find anything that's come loose, or the wheel bearing feels pretty good, but there's a lot of grinding right here. Alright. I knew that the brakes were bad on this thing, and I've been kind of just putting it off because when I tear this all apart and do all the stuff I want to on it, I'm going to end up changing all the steering components, because it's when you put a big lift on it, you got to change all that stuff to different. But I looked down in there and the rotor is really bad. Alright. And there's a big drum, big rotor. Let's take a look at these. I usually get my stuff from Advance Auto. And I usually get the platinum ones. These are the gold ones. I usually get the platinum brake pads. And they said they had them in stock, and I usually order it online. And then what I do is you do it online, but in-store pickup, and then there's always a code online. There's a discount code they give you online that you can put in and get an additional 20%, sometimes 30, even 40%. And and I ordered all this stuff. They didn't have the right caliper at the store. I was going to buy it just to have it in case I need it. But they didn't have it. and I just got the left. They have the right one in Sheboygan, so I figured if I need it tomorrow I can run there. And I went there and they couldn't find the brake pads. Sat there. Another guy was helping, and they couldn't come up with them. They couldn't find them. And I like to put the platinum ones in. They're the heavier duty ones. But they couldn't find them, and the guy came walking on with these. These are the next level down. These are the gold ones. And the guy and he goes, I said, you found them? And he goes, these are the golds. And I said, oh. And he goes, hear me out. He goes, I'll refund you your money for the pads. And he says, and I'll give you these for free. I was like, works for me. So I got free brake pads. So yeah, I mean, the rotors, they're like $100. I think these were 78, I think, or something like that. This here is the most expensive thing. It's a brand new caliper. I don't know if I'll need it or not. But, you know, these things, this one here, I think was I want to say $158 or something like that. But there's a $50 core charge, so you get $50 of that back when you take the old one back to them. I don't know, I just find them, especially when you get to this old of a vehicle, it's not that bad of an idea. The main part of it, I've showed this to you guys before, it's these little rubber pieces here. They get holes in them and stuff like that, and then they lock up, they won't slide and stuff, and sometimes you just can't get them back. And even if you get new pins and everything, it's just sometimes you just go get new calipers. So I don't know, I'll take a look at it when I got it, but I'm gonna let that soak for just a little bit, and I'm gonna make a run up to with my UTV for just a little bit. You guys want to go with me on a ride? We're just gonna run for a little bit while it soaks in.
Another fun day at Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. I don't know if this guy is waiting or parked. I'm not sure. We'll go over here and see if he's sitting in his truck. See what's going on. Ah, he's just sitting there. He's parked. Another 8.5 hours past my appointment. Finally got unloaded. Woo! Such fun. Such fun. Yeah, give him my paperwork. So now I need to run home. I got a lot of stuff I got to get done today, guys. I need to get my truck fixed up. I got the brakes all tore apart, so I got to get home. I got to get that fixed. And once I get that fixed, then I will, I think I'm going to make some ramps for my side-by-side. And when I get that done, then I'm going to be loading up stuff and heading up to the inspector's house. And I also have to meet a driver, too. I have all of his stuff piled in my truck. That's a lot of the problem with all the shaking and stuff like that. I got piles of junk in here. And so I got supposed to meet a driver. The driver no longer works here, I guess, and he lives in Wisconsin, so I brought all of his stuff to him. See how that goes. So I'm going to let you guys go. I hope everyone out there is having themselves a great day, great night. Thanks for watching this here video. If you are not, we will catch you guys later. See ya.